Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's TripleM back with another video. I hope you are doing well. It is the Premier League recap show. Not much of a recap, to be honest, just a recap of the bigger games. But yeah, didn't upload yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday at the time of me recording this video anyways. And yeah, I was just really tired. So forgive your boy for not uploading. You know, I've been on an uploading streak as of recently. But we are back. We are back, and we are back with a force. We are back to talk about Manchester United getting their first win. We're back to talk about Jose outdoing Pep Guardiola. And we are here to talk about Arsenal drawing 0-0 to Leeds, as well as Liverpool beating Leicester 3-0, which is interesting. I didn't actually watch the game, but doesn't mean I don't have thoughts about the results. So yeah, do leave a like in the video and do subscribe if you are new, and let's get into it. So yeah, I was disappointed to not see Donny van der Beek starting, but you know, it is what it is. I don't really expect it anymore. I say it in my videos, but I know deep down inside he ain't getting selected when that match day comes around. So yeah, I don't know. Manchester United are an interesting team to support. I think most diehard, real Manchester United fans, not the ones who are here to support a player or manager, the real Manchester United fans are in a love-hate relationship with this club at the moment because their performances are so uninspiring, and it doesn't help that the results haven't gone our way at home this season. But hopefully that will start to change now after this 1-0 Manchester United classic. You know, then wait there, fam. Let's move on. So yeah, moving on to the Tottenham result then. It was a cagey game between Tottenham and Manchester City. Tottenham taking the lead very early on and then capitalizing and making it 2-0, I believe, in the second half. So Tottenham, look, I'm not going to go through too much of this performance into detail. You know, I'm not here to give a tactical breakdown of the game. I'm just here to give my thoughts on the result. I obviously don't like Tottenham, but I don't like City more anyways. So if there was a preferred result from that game, it is Tottenham winning. Although I would have loved a draw between the two teams. Manchester City just don't have the quality in the final third at the moment to absolutely capitalize on opportunities, and that is the thing. You know, it doesn't help holding the ball on the edge of the box for most of the game but not creating enough chances for your striker who needs more than one big chance a game to finish. It doesn't help. It really doesn't help your cause. And I think Pep Guardiola's got some interesting problems. Now, I've seen all the troll tweets about people going, oh, I'm glad Pep Guardiola signed a new deal, blah, 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 blah. And look, I get it. You know, it's just banter. And look, personally, I don't rate Pep that highly. You know, I think his CV is more impressive than his actual skill sets as a manager. I'm just being real. Like, either way, we'll find out how good Pep Guardiola really is if he can rebuild that City side at the moment, because he needs to do a proper rebuild. He needs to strip the parts off that City team like a broken down car in Formula One, fam. He needs to restructure that team, and he needs to bring back the stardust that we saw when they won 2 back-to-back Premier League titles. I think what's going to make it really hard for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola is the fact that there are 4 or 5 other teams who are also in the second season or third season of their rebuild. I mean, we're talking Everton, who look like a serious club that wants to contend for European football. We're talking Tottenham, obviously, because they got Jose Mourinho. That says it all about what that team is trying to achieve. Obviously, Manchester United, you know the situation with them. Chelsea with Lampard and how they backed him in the summer. You know, so there's all these teams around. I wouldn't mention Arsenal, but they don't count. They're the banter club. All these clubs around Manchester City are rebuilding and making steps forward. They're making progression, whereas they're kind of standing still. And unless they strip that team down and rebuild, they're gonna damage themselves long term. I think this whole thing of spending money, look, I'm not going to get into the argument. Okay, teams spend a lot of money, I get it. But the reality is, if you don't have structure, if you don't have a vision, and if you don't have a plan, and you're just blindly spending money on good players that don't even fit into your system or have any chemistry with the current players in your squad, you're not going to get anywhere. You know, like, look at how much money City have spent on their defense, and it hasn't really gotten anywhere. Hasn't really improved under Pep Guardiola. So I'm not going to get into that debate. You know, you can make your own mind up, but I think that result on the weekend really does jeopardize Manchester City's chances of being in a title race this season. Still think they'll comfortably make top 4 though. So moving on then to the Liverpool result. I did not watch the game, I must be honest, because we do not lie on that form and we do not pretend to be something we are not in front of the camera. But nevertheless, I'm going to give a reaction to the result. 3-0. I didn't watch the game, but that looks like Leicester City got an absolute hiding. And Liverpool don't even have their best players at the moment. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Right, this is not an I told you so moment, but kind of told you so. Liverpool are a team that can win games when they're not playing well. Liverpool are a team that can win games and play some of the best football in Europe. Liverpool are also a team that has a massive squad. And I know that's contrary to everything I've said in the past, but I've fallen into the trap as well. Okay, you look at Salah, you look at Mane, you look at Firmino, you look at Hendo, the boy Hendo in the midfield. You look at Wijnaldum, you look at Van Dijk, you look at Gomez, you look at Trent, you look at Robertson, you look at Alisson, and you're like, wow! Imagine if those players got injured, Liverpool would fall off their perch. Not really, because they got Van Dijk 2.0 in the back. They got Jota, who's a fantastic signing, and he's everything Firmino is not. They have depth in the midfield as well. And the thing is with Liverpool, for me, what stands out to Liverpool more than any other team is they have a system. They have a system. And by definition, that system still hasn't been figured out because they are still the defending league champions and they're still at the top of the league table, joint leaders with Spurs. I mean, obviously it says they're second, but they have the same amount of points, right? So for me, you have a team here that has a system, and no matter who they slot into that system, the system doesn't really get compromised too much. Yes, it's not as good as when Salah and Mane are in it. Yes, it's not as good as Van Dijk and Gomez. Yes, it's not as good when Trent and Robertson and all their main starters are in the system. But I think Liverpool's reserve team could beat a lot of Premier League sides. Now, whether or not that's true, we'll just have to wait and see. We can't react based on one result. But that's the thing. I'm not reacting based on one result. That 5-0 win against Atalanta still stands out to me because I've heard a lot of people sleeping on Atalanta, fam. I've had a lot of people talking crap about Atalanta like they're not a good team. Yet they probably made it further in the Champions League than the team you support. You know, that includes Man City. So it's mad, fam. It's mad. Oh yes, and we gotta end off the video talking about the biggest banter club in the history of all banter. Arsenal, you know, Pepe got sent off, fam. And I heard some people saying that actually Arsenal was stronger after Pepe got sent off. I believe that because looking at Pepe's price tags makes me feel kind of good about Maguire. Like the fact that they spent 75 million on Pepe and Willian is starting ahead of him most of the time. And the one game he starts in the Premier League after Arsenal fans have been crying out for weeks, he gets a red card, is absolute gold. It's comedy. It's not even banter at this point. It's the universe giving us golden pieces of comedic genius, fam. Arsenal are such a banter club, and I still can't believe we lost them. Every week, Arsenal embarrass themselves against teams that should be really fighting for a relegation battle. It makes me even more mad that we didn't take 3 points off them, because if we had taken 3 points off Arsenal, the league position, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe losing to Arsenal was a good thing and gave us the kick up the backside that we needed. But if we got the 3 points against Arsenal, we would have been in a much better situation leading into this run of games that we are in right now. But, you know, it is what it is. I kind of knew that this was going to happen. But, you know, moving away from United, Arsenal are just the biggest banter club ever. They can make Leeds United look like prime Real Madrid. They can make Aston Villa look like prime Barcelona, prime Bayern Munich, fam. You know them right there. They can even make, they can make the most useless no-name sides. I'm talking about Greek restaurants like Olympiakos look like absolute bowlers and elite dons. Only Arsenal, only Arsenal. And I don't know what their excuse is. I honestly don't. But, they'll probably be going mad on AFTV, throwing chairs and yelling at the camera and going all hysterical like they didn't expect to be in a relegation fight this season. Every single year it happens with Arsenal fans. They always have these high hopes of making top 4. They brag that Mikel Arteta was one of the best coaches in world football and was the next predecessor to Pep Guardiola because he won a preseason tournament, which is a one-off game against an unfit Liverpool side, and they won an FA Cup, which Wigan have won, by the way, as well. Many teams that are not relevant in English football have won an FA Cup. Like, it literally means nothing, but Arsenal fans will tell you different, because apparently finishing 8th gets completely washed away by winning the FA Cup. Then apparently winning the FA Cup is more important than making top 4 because it's a trophy, and trophies are the ultimate measure of success. Yeah, I guess, I would take Arsenal winning the FA Cup every single season if they finished outside the top 6, genuinely.